Northern America. Good morning, India and Far East. Hope you're having a great Saturday there and a nice Friday evening. My name is Ash Mufareh. I'm the same guy that will literally and completely change your life sooner than you think. I am very, very excited to be with you tonight because I have a few sweet updates. That's what I do. Thank you so much for your time and attention here. I believe this has to be the record Minu and Ron show. Crushed the records. That's what we do. But I'm going to get going. There are 29, I think, 29, roughly, yeah, 30 questions or so that I I'm going to shoot to address them, but it's a long shot. We'll see. Okay. Smart people, good questions. I will try to roughly go over those and see how far we can go. Before we do that, I believe so. Michael Ellis, I heard you don't think people are here waiting to hear about the forecast and Colorado weather. What do you think they're here to listen to?
I think they're here for the main show, Ash, and I think you just came on.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm here, and I think I gave a glimpse. If you didn't get a chance to hear on Passive 360 yesterday, we talked about how sometimes unplanned things happen in your business or your strategy. Uh, in many cases, they turn out to be a little bit better, if not dramatically better than what you hoped for. So we're having a great. I had to mute everyone just to make sure everybody can talk when it's their turn, so we can keep a good background. But it's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I always say it's good to be here, but truthfully, a few times in my life I said that, and they were not that good places. But yeah, tonight it is a good place to be in. So I'm happy to be here. I wasn't very happy to be in other places. Anyway, I'm happy to be here. Seriously, wow, amazing places. Haven't seen a few faces in a while, but we are going to talk about not so much challenges tonight. What we're going to talk about solutions as what I believe good leaders focus on possibilities and hope over limitations and pretty much challenges. So yeah, that is the nature of life and nature of business to have those obstacles and challenges come out through your way. However, I believe you have to uh, scale your level and evolve to the level of your business. We can all understand how this is turning into something a lot bigger uh, in different dimensions to where we thought it was a while ago. It is becoming more and more clear. And hi, Grossmender.
Yes, Ash.
Yes, I can hear a truck passing by. Okay,
Oh,
so
Rosminder, mute yourself, please.
we uh, we thought we're just going to talk about the possibilities. I have a secret to share with you, and that probably the biggest highlight of tonight's conversation. And you come to witness, not tonight, but over the last several months or so, that we were uh, going through some challenges, and some of you wonder how come we maintained a good composure, and we were still optimistic and positive, and in fact more passionate about the journey more than any time. Well, here's a secret. even before any of the challenges rose and arose under the light and came to become known, some publicly and some at least to a few of our core leaders. Before that happened, and when that happened, uh, we already seen the signs of those challenges in early stages. And parallel with that, we thought this is even going bigger than we planned initially, if not bigger, at least faster. So we would have to update our game and up our game uh, periodically and rapidly. But one of the lessons we've learned is not to share anymore with the public. The very first theme back in the days when we started this, it was exclusive private webinar for the founding members back then. And then that faded out. If you realize now, I'll probably make you think about that. That was a good reason we started doing that, because we believed we grew beyond the, allow me to say, intimacy and that close inner circle. We've exploded beyond the borders, and it was hard to keep things in private. Uh, Unless we keep them actually in private, not to share with some people who might be curious or interested in the details. I personally take this as it's my life. And one statement should make you understand my personality about this business. Nothing is personal, okay? But my character and my attitude toward unpassive is literally, or at least the concept of unpassive, literally, hardcorely, do it or die. More than you think, more than you know. To the point is my existence is just for this journey. If I'm unable to deliver or to take this vision I have, even the one that I didn't share with you, if I'm unable to take it to a proper delivery to the public, it destroys me personally. My entire purpose and my entire existence is at stake if I don't do that. So you may think it's a business, this is one person or a few successful people are trying. I have bad news for you. You're wrong, and I'm not trying. I will literally do it or die. But when the responsibility became even bigger and the hopes increased, and I've gathered so many ideas from you, at least motivation, they were the seed of other projects. I decided to make sure that I have a backup plan, that even if I die, that is unfair for these incredible inventions and breakthroughs. So I take it a joke to the public without any insult, with all the respect, what you already know. But you're happy with what you know. But I was working until this day, literally around the clock. There's not a given clock or hour by the second throughout the days, the months, the years, that I can tell you I'm not available, it's after the clock. No. Every minute is on the clock, on duty, because I said I'm going to do it or die, and I want to make sure it's done. Because Nobody prefers that. So the analogy of die is, even if it takes death, I'm doing it. That's how stubborn I am. But the goal is not to die, the goal is to do it. As without the time, without the details, but I think you have a glimpse and you have some uh, scattered information here and there. I'll help you piece them up together. First challenges were internal, like from the founding members back then. A few crooks joined us back in the days and literally invested money and campaigned to bring down on passive and destroy Ash Mufareh, even take him to prison, destroy his family, his kid and wife, heartless, careless. Whatever it takes, we're going to go and destroy that guy who's really trying hard to make a difference in the global economy or market, or improve some people's life. Uh, yes, those animals who people I helped in many aspects. So naively, I allowed them to get close to me. Sadly, they were the corrupted people that we built the entire business to do that, because corruption is not just limited to politicians or public figures or all of that. You could have corruption in your own family, and people who would manipulate or uh, keep it lightly, misbehave and do improper things. Sadly, the people surrounded me in the beginning, a big portion of them were corrupted. So I had to change direction early on. That's the good news. And to revamp the whole work structure. It doesn't mean ever that we are 100% corruption free as of now, but we got better, we got smarter, not to reveal all the cards. Little after that, internal corruption among the staff who steal your money, who steal the code, or build a business on your back, and they come and get a salary on the clock while they're building their own business or having a second, third job. And that was a challenge to get it cleared out. Major challenge. I mean, I don't want to give myself an excuse. The Of course, mentally, I seem to be. I'm sorry if I sound like I'm talking about myself in this case, but seem to be, at least maybe in their eyes, or if you would agree with them, kind, nice guy. Let's take advantage. Some of them, they said, well, this is Ash Mufareh, big shark, big money, probably a billionaire in their eyes. Forgive me. Let's suck his blood. All right. I got records of that, and do whatever it takes. My people that have changed their life, I paid for their living and their family. So that is another challenge, another challenge, another. And then their efforts, whether they're the customers or the employees and other partners that you didn't allow uh, to get in the game, they were pissed. So they also had to uh, campaign their way. We were creating so many enemies too fast for a number of reasons, but one reason, it's probably a common reason, is so much potential, money or success or traffic around this journey. Let's piggyback in any way and take our slice, not caring if this is destroyed, if it lasts. We would have a long time uh, invasion to monetize over this. Long story short, it just got uglier, 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 uglier. And it made me realize that not everybody is so nice like you, Ash. There's some evil monsters among us. Even we created this as a revenge from those people, but sadly, you find them in your own backyard, in your home, everywhere. And I mean by that, our business. Now, go back, tie this up to do it or die. I take responsibility. Nobody on the planet takes the responsibility of taking and making these dreams come true, but the guy who knows them and knows the value and the effect and the impact of those and how severely they would improve our life. So I know they're worth to die even beyond that. If I can die, if I have to die, not if I can, uh, every day to fulfill those dreams, I will do it without a blink of an eye. So tie the challenges with what I have in mind. There's one way to do it. Get better, smarter, don't trust. And made me realize how valuable is what we have. Even the little they know and you know. Imagine if I unveiled some of what I have or the extra. I would be resting in peace long time from now if I had shared that. So I just had to work harder, smarter, and definitely more careful, but not allowing anybody that we knew to get in the game as we did previously. People I didn't know, I trust them. I gave them access. I gave them money. I gave them whatever it takes. Yeah, sure, do it. That's how I am, and I think people are like that. Though I knew the market, but I thought like because we're doing something nice, we're attracting the people who think like us, and they're going to be behaving and holding the same standards that we have. Uh, but no, some people come, okay, here's a nice, kind one. Let's pull their eyes out. Uh, it certainly was. I love it, and that's the biggest value that I've had in my life. The biggest value in two pieces. The biggest value is those challenges. If they didn't happen, I would have been less trained and immune for more. So the biggest value that I've gained, number one, and learned that how important is what we have. The little they know and you know. Imagine the much more that you don't know. And the second part is do not trust and do it in a more precautious way. And that helped me. So I'm so thankful and grateful that this happened. The stories are endless and irrelevant. Like could talk to you over a cup of coffee one day, have a chat, no problem. I don't have a secret about the past. And by the name, I don't keep anything. Okay. Uh, but again, you have to go back and line up. That's not my target. I'm not here for the fight of those people. I'm not going to accomplish, even if I destroy them or whatever happened to them or expose them, what am I going to benefit? The focus is the dream. So we want to focus on the dream. All right. So how can I protect the dream safely and not to get affected? There are two types of work. There's busy work. You're just exhausted like a hamster, like spinning, 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 hamster wheel. You're not going anywhere. That's busy work. And obviously, on the same direction, it could be negative work. And there is productive work. I have learned how to stay focused on the productive work. What get me closer to those goals, to the outcome that we're chasing? Um, that's all I want to share with you on the bigger picture. Now, to zoom in just some of the increments, you can apply the same mentality on the different components of our business. Exactly. So when I've had the challenges of India, I went to Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of India. Build an IT company, AI company, where do you go? You go to India or you bring India here, one of the two. I lived in the Silicon Valley, California. It smells like Mumbai. It's not California. It's not America. It is like naan and curry and rice or naan. So what I mean, jokingly, I'm implying that who's building those big tech giants? Indian for the most part, but other nationalities, with all the respect. It's a melting pot, no problem. But the vast majority are Indian. You gotta either bring them or go there. I've never been to India, and I'm not an Indian nationality, but I think I qualify, right, Gusminder? Absolutely, for what I've done for India so far. Uh, so I learned that I cannot rely on that. I cannot rely on one team, whether in Bangalore, Kolkata. That's where it all started. West Bengal. We've been working around the clock, by the chair, by every piece of furniture, every equipment, every piece of software, every individual, and multiply by 20 with the manipulation that uh, I went through. But I never quit focusing on the target. So thankfully, I decided to have backups. And I want to be very, very clear. I don't mean by that everybody ultimately on your team. I would have probably closed down India a long time ago. No, that's I have to be careful, and I want you to be careful with thinking India is an amazing country. I mean, all the jokes aside, India is an incredible culture. Very, very hardworking people, incredible, so much potential uh, for the most. But just like every case, there are some bad apples. And because of the disadvantage I have, I'm like from 12,000 miles away. managing this, I was a good target for some corruption. So it it was a battle to untangle all of that. You don't know how brutal it is. I don't think I can finish talking about that tonight, nor it would be productive. We want to be productive. So, uh, what was productive to know that early on, even before you know, I started working on a backup plan. And then it got worse when there was some dissatisfaction by myself before you even know about the quality of some of the products. Again, there some of them, their target is to suck my cash. That's the bottom line. And have a good lifestyle and position and take it easy. Secondary target is to do the products, but with some dishonesty about, yes, sure, this, that, and I see, but there were some parts kept away from me. And then when I find that it's a disappointment, then I have to uh, take some drastic action every occasion. And then some occasions were impressive. Some individuals are my heroes up till today. Some of them with me for 5 years now. So that I want you to be clear. Don't say by nationality. You can never generalize anything, okay? And not to say everybody. It's just a disadvantage. So you probably got a bad HR that was uh, scamming, hiring people, the wrong people or some connections and paying them money. That happened. Takes a while, but it's naive from them to think that they can keep or get away with it forever. The truth will always emerge. Always. Is 2024. If somebody believes there's a secret, where have you been for the last century? Have you been on something called planet Earth? Have you been with us for the last century? There's no secret. Everything, everything will be known at some point, especially the truth will always come out. Sometimes you don't even know, or you don't even put the effort. It just by itself. And we did what we did. Uh, so I'm glad I had backups, and I'm glad I was, uh, I would say, wise enough, calm enough not to mix everybody. I didn't mix up. So I was able to differentiate between the good guys and the bad guys. And we had people who really delivered, and we owe them, you know, the debt until the last breath we have. They're absolutely my heroes. Um, the other thing is I had in mind because I want to remind some of you know that OnPassive ecosystem is the first phase of OnPassive. So regardless of that chaotic, work environment in the back end, that's not necessarily needed for anybody. And sometimes you have to keep it away because those people who are working with you, you you don't want to speak too soon to let them know that they're exposed to you or you caught them already. So sometimes you have to stay like play dead, okay? Or act dumb until it's proper and you gather all the evidences and all of that. And the challenge now is to continue everything without a delay we have put so much information to the public, more than I wanted to. Now, if I go back, I wouldn't share. I would share one product with you. Okay. Uh, and the clock is ticking. So you're driving on the highway, that I-95 run, and speeding 70, 80 miles per hour. And at the same time, you have to fix that flat tire, which is the damage they caused. You still want to fix it, but you still have to beat the clock. You have to be, while some of them were just burning the clock so they can get paid and other benefits. So that's a challenge, is how not to affect the timeline, and also put the worst case scenario, which what if they fail to deliver totally? So those two challenges, not to stop, you're going fast, you need to repair. Secondly, worst case scenario, they could destroy you and you would have to start all over again. God forbid, but I was aware of it. And the last component is you don't want to put or set on hold the other phases until this is complete. It's taken longer than we wanted or we were promised. So those three major elements. So let's begin, backward. So I said, well, we're going to move on with the other ones, but secretly. So there is no reason to pause phase two to complete phase one, or three to complete one and two. So started working on those phases while repairing, and the backup is an easy part. Simply open different companies, even different names, even I'm not involved, okay, and build every product that you want, just in case that one is not up to my standards, or it's been delayed further. I'll give you one example. I have built more than one Connect and measure on that multiple things. Okay, so the Connect that we're using right now, we could live with it, okay, to a degree. But what's about to come out really eminently now at this point, because it's complete, it's in the Q&A, a QA. So by the time everything is confirmed and tested, it will go live. So we're going to have a superior video conferencing system. It's going to be a new design, 100% stable, secure, scalable, everything you want, some additional features, etc. All right. And I'm going to address one more thing, that a lot of people think we are only working on one possibilities. And the fact that you're working on something, let me say something. I'm working on virtual avatar for more than 2 years, okay? Virtual avatar, I'm sorry, the virtual background. If you have 5 speakers, 2 speakers, whatever, or a small system, or a Microsoft team, or a small system, nobody's going to notice the quality. But if you're using a million, big rally or protest online, concert of a million people, it's a whole different game. So for the target that we're working on, what we've achieved multiple times, it's not the best we hope for. We still have, we still have ambition to reach a higher level. So you don't go for one direction to have one virtual background solution. You have your team working on it. You consult with an outsource company. You consult with buying an open source from an existing company. Every system or software you have has somewhat reliance or dependency on other plugins or components from. Everybody uses something with Google Translation. So many software. But do you need to create Google Translation or translation if it's just a secondary or a minor feature in your system? But if translation is a big deal or is like a cornerstone in your software, yeah, you have to make your own. But overall, what you have is 100% authentic and genuine. So make sure you know that there's some features. For example, let's say virtual background, video and image background. That's a whole business. There are companies, I can tell you dozens of them. We've collaborated with at least dozens of them over the past months. Their main business and revenue and their successful businesses is to provide virtual background. That's what they do. For us, it's one little touch. Yet we want to achieve an advanced level that is not available on the market. So we've achieved one, two, three, four, 5 times. It doesn't mean you don't have any solution. No, it's just like your standards are not average. You have high standards, so what you've achieved is unsatisfactory, but it's so satisfactory to others. So we chose to keep the effort. We believe we could achieve more. Nothing wrong with that. So when you achieved one solution, you don't dump that. You already know one, two, three, seven, more than 12 other ways or solutions. If you choose any of them, you already have that, and nobody would know. Nobody would complain. But we have a bigger ambition, more than you think. It's like deep technology that we're striving for a higher level. It's that simple. And measure on that other parts of our business. How could I achieve offering more technology, unlimited, more features, autonomous, at a lower cost with fewer people on the payroll? How? That's a challenge. When you say, well, nobody does it, like, Zoom has 9,000 people. Yeah. GoDaddy has 9,000 people. Yeah. You could say that. It doesn't mean it's impossible. It doesn't mean there's no first time every time. So we worked on number of directions and uh, probabilities in that, and of course other features that we announced and some we didn't announce. Some are achieved, some are still, we believe we could achieve more. But what I didn't share with you, and not even with our people, that I decided to build different teams and give them the expectations. And sometimes the backup plan went faster than the original plan. It went faster and better that you thought, oh my God, I need to ditch what we're working on for like 3 years. After 3 weeks working on this. Now, if I come and tell you this something that I've had it parking for 3 years, example, and if I tell you I'm going to ditch it. To me, it's ugly or probably an embarrassment. That's what your focus is going to go on. Oh my God, that's a disaster. I tell you what, we could make billions with that. We could sell it for billions. But what you don't know is how good is plan B and C. And then when you know that, you say, oh wow, day and night. Yeah, of course, this is an easier choice. So if you know you could achieve B and C and they're higher, for example, better quality, lighter, less expensive, fewer people, which one do you do logically? So I just want to say O Connect is about to go live with the new release, which is a life changing. And I have also the other O Connect, which I don't call it O Connect. You have no idea, not you, not my staff that created O Connect, that they know what the name or where it is or who the hell is working on it. And it's to me, it's gonna make you. I'm sorry, but I can say it to my brothers, not drop your pants, okay? For sure, for sure, for sure, it will drop your jaw. But make no mistake, that is a more bold uh, work strategy. I have been working for a while, and everything I have a backup plan for, even the team, even the location, even I shouldn't tell you this, but I feel safe now to announce it, okay? Because I'm past the dangerous zone. So when I said I am going to change your life is because of the other phases. The first phase, it will change your life. The unpassive, you know. So I cannot tell you what are those phases, nor um, get into those details. But if unpassive one or the first one that you know, the ecosystem can thrill you as Catmo and more, then it's a whole different game when we're talking about two and three. And fortunately, we were able to complete the others. Okay. Um, so unpassive is bigger than you think. Let's call it unpassive group as a collection of different companies, products, different areas of um, sectors. We are going to revolutionize major industries. Just eminently, I believe this is a uh, an important year because now, after all those um, explosions and war zone that we are coming out, now we can say, okay, we'll show you what we have. Also, yesterday I've touched up on the pay structure of on passive. My tea's getting cold. I deserve to take a sip. Cheers. So the on passive that you know got a lot of heat by so many haters. But if you can read um, intentionality and integrity, or know body language or human personalities, I think you already feel good about what we have and you understand uh, where we're headed. um, maybe the word generous is fair enough to describe what we wanted to do. Something rather generous. Um, we like to give a lot more than we take. One evidence is uh, nobody can complain about what we had. Founding members were closed out in June 2022, almost 2 years ago, in a couple months. 3 years ago. What did I say? No, no, 2 years. 22. Okay. And uh, Connect, we decided not to take more new customers until we reveal the new one, even if it's dirt cheap and we're paying commissions. First sale is 100% giveaway. It's like almost a union. Yeah. Uh, you're not a genius if you have discovered that, wait a minute, they're giving more than they're taking. This is bad math. It doesn't take a genius to understand that we're not in it for the profit, for the company. You don't need to be with us a century. Okay, you could be with us a couple of days and know that we give more than we take. Uh, we would love to give more. That's our character, and that applies on the pay structure. I thought there's a better way for the global economy. I believe there's a better, more fair structure. I know it ticks off so many uh, systems. I'm not doing trade with systems. I do commerce with God. I do what I believe is good. I do trade with God, and I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm a believer. I'm a strong believer. And I think I don't need to get validation or approval. It is necessary not to break the law. It is necessary to uh, comply by the regulations. It is essential to me to play by the book. That's the first thing I thought endorsing from the early stages when I decided I want to build this new revolution. On passive is a done deal. No, it's not a done. It's so done deal. And any product that you have, I have a backup for it. I have multiple uh, versions of it, different teams that they're totally different. I'm at the luxury where I'll be able to pick the best of the best. Some I have multiple choices, one, two, three, four in some cases, and I'll choose the best. So collectively, we're going to have the very best single sign-on platform that ever existed. It is the only internet that you would need, the only safe one that you will choose, and timing is ideal for us. Excuse and forgive the delay or the scattered ideas here and there. That soon will be behind us, and we will forget it collectively. But we were able to set a structure where we're immune and protected and shield from those, so we can continue and put the energy in the right direction, in the right place, where we can manufacture more technologies, more benefits, more positivity to our beloved planet and humanity. That's our mission. Um, I'm glad it went this way. I'm glad. I was too naive a couple of years ago. If everything went just smooth and then later on these stabs showed up, probably would have been different. I'm so happy they came in by now and they gave us that, I would say, flexibility, the exercise to become better and more efficient. Of course, you're going to have some skepticism come along with that because, and I don't blame you. It's not your fault because you don't have all the details, and there's no possible way we can give you all the details. Uh, so you could be lost, confused, or have some doubts. Some days you're totally fine. I would too. Everybody probably doubt themselves sometimes, right? So for you to doubt me and the business that we're doing, it's a compliment. Of course, you're human, we're human, no worry. But moving forward, I assure you, I guarantee that I, Ash Mufar, will change the world, and change your world included for what's coming, what you don't know. Ecosystem will be a good start, okay? Obviously, it's being wrapped up, you know what's happening now. Um, and make no mistake, I'm not relying on one thing. I don't have one shot to make this. It's done. Even if you kill me today, it's done. So chillax, it's a done deal. If you're asking what's chillax, that's a new pill that Chris Johnson's taken. It helps him relax. It's a combination between relax and chill and relax. My son made up that word. Okay, I like it, or you liked it, so I said, let's make it chillax. I want to share a video with you for now while I sip water, and we can move on to the other topics. We will make this video available on the main channel of OnPassive, and you are welcome to use it and share it as of a few hours from now. Give it up to our marketing team and Mr. Nazal. There's another video is also about to be released from our O Media department, and it's also highlighting the upcoming event, but the World Police Summit uh, taking place in Dubai on the 5th of March. It will last for a couple of days. And much more that is happening. And that's what's going on. It looks like it's going to be a very good week, especially if all goes well with O Connect. That's going to be basically a trigger that will be pulled off to unleash several other phases, and we're excited about that. We're also chillaxed, knowing that everything is under control. We're fine. You should feel the same way. And I just want you to know that they're really talented, hardworking people working around the clock. They are doing whatever it takes to make this happen. It's no longer Ash Mufareh and just one guy is chasing the dream. No, fortunately, we are blessed that there's so many people that have seen the vision and endorsed the same spirit to uh, to make a difference, and they give it their life as well. There's so many of us now at this stage. We're not doing this for business, and we're not doing this for any cause, but doing well and doing good for humanity. And we know we're doing it. What we have in different sectors and different areas of our life, it will make you cry, and it will be hard to believe. It's beyond magic. It's beyond science fiction. I'm telling you, and I'm no exception, and I'm no different than any of you, except I had a desire. I still have a great desire and believe that we can do better, and that we can make a difference, and we can make this earth a better place. And we're so pure and focused on that simple purpose in your life, good things happen eventually. May not happen in the beginning, but if you're working for recognition or for fame or for whatever benefit or some selfish advantage, you're going to be disappointed and you're going to quit. But if you're working for a higher purpose and you believe you can do it and there is a better way, eventually you're going to have things that you never thought were possible. Nothing but miraculous things happen. And that's where we are. Uh, who knows? A few more meetings down the road, I'll be talking to you about showing you maybe something that will make you lose many things. I mean, sleep,